Hey guys, just received this box here and I'm very anxious to find out what's inside. It looks like it did not come from anywhere around here, and based on the these security stickers here, it looks like it might have arrived from Brazil. I have an idea of what's inside, but let's just see if I'm right. This is coming from my friend Tom. He's a fellow YouTuber that runs a data recovery company. Check out his channel. The link I'll put in the description below. So in one of the videos that Tom posted, I noticed that he was using some sort of metal that allows him to remove TSOP memory components without putting any without putting a higher thermal stress on them by using this stuff here. So this stuff has very low melting point, and by filling in the pads with it, it almost unsolders the chip without having to put any heat on the device whatsoever. I wanted to try it out, and I messaged him about it to ask what it is, and he was kind enough to say that he will send me some. I didn't know it's gonna take literally no time. I think I messaged him like 2 weeks ago about it. There's some snacks. Thanks for that. I love those. So this card is made by Komputerbay, and it has been sent to, judging by this label here, to OnTrack before, also known as Seagate. So let's find out why they weren't able to recover the content in the first place and what we can do to reverse that. I'm pretty sure it was just a matter of disagreement on the price tag. I also got this new camera today, not today, but for the first time I'm going to be filming with it. It's a 21 megapixel as opposed to 16 that I had before, so I really want to see how that comes about. I think the picture quality, I can see the difference. I can see where this is slightly better than what I used to have. The only thing I didn't like about that other camera, every time you'd slide in a card or the power goes off or whatever, it doesn't remember that your primary setting is going to be 1080p, and it would by default set it to 720p. And sometimes if I don't spot that, it will go automatically to 720p and record in that resolution. This camera does not have 720p, which is, I mean, I know the difference isn't great, but I would prefer to keep it at 1080 at all times. And this camera actually does not have a 720p option, so I don't have to worry about switching back and forth all the time. Well, not back and forth, but switching it from 720 to 1080 every single time I want to do some extra or swapping the cards out or whatever. So that's a great handy option that will come into play. So let's get this card looked at and see what kind of potential damage we might be up against. So yeah, I guess it's recording now. Okay, well, I'm not gonna really waste time on trying to figure out what they did. I wanted to try this stuff that Tom sent me, so that would be a good case for it. Wow. Man, I love it. Dude, thank you so much. You know the saying, read the instructions before you use something? Well, I should definitely read this first. So apparently the button that I pushed on the screen, it brings up this this camera logo right there. And I thought that that was a sign for recording, because if you look at the buttons here, there's really not much that indicates what's what, and it doesn't really say like hit this button to record, hit that button to stop. So I figured this would be just recording. Apparently, aside from this button, you then have to push this button, and then this light should start flickering, and we should get a recording red circle bumping there in the corner. So I haven't done that, and as a result, the entire removal of the NAND components using these this mix of alloy, I don't know what it is exactly, hasn't been filmed. So when I got home to edit, I checked out and the card was blank. But I didn't really want to showcase what this metal can do, and to showcase that, I'm just gonna mimic the same procedure once again. This is the first chip that I read yesterday already. I would like to mount it back using my 6040 mix, even though 6040 mix is not exactly what was used on the device originally, but I want to still show you how cool this stuff works when removing TSOP48 memory component. Let's just pretend that we're going back, and this is the original unremoved chip that we need to pull. So usually what I would do is I would use a hot air station like this and go around the pads and heat them up like that. Here we're not going to do that, because what this does, and I mean, I don't know exactly how much effect it has. I don't have any like studies done yet to show the quality, good versus bad. All I know is that on the default setting, the chip that I just put back on, because I already read it in my reader, it came out beautiful. It was so clean. It barely had any bit errors in it. Extra heat that would normally be applied to remove the memory component like that disrupts the chip's contents inside and creates more difficult areas to extract if it's heated when removed. By the time I'm done one side, this remains hot enough to flow while I'm doing the other side, and when both of them are still above their melting point, the component starts moving. So this is what I'm gonna try and showcase now. You set it up so that you can see the whole thing clearly. And the chip is fully mounted right now. So, like, it's soldered on both sides. All pads are attached. The only difference is that this is leaded solder, and previously it was lead free. So it would be higher melting temperature originally, but it still doesn't change the fact that what we're going to use is going to have the same type of property. So I'm going to just take a little bit of this stuff and I'm going to start applying it to the side, okay, like that. And then I'm going to take a bit more of this stuff and I'm going to start applying it to this side. And this side again, and it comes out like that. And cleans off very nice. $128GB device will take quite a bit of time to read and then run error correction calls. I love to do those before the mix is assembled. Will take quite a while, so I'll let the chips run through the night and we'll find out shortly how resolvable this case really is.